Thank you so much, all of you, for joining. I really appreciate you taking the time out in your busy days as it is. I just wanted to hear from you all what kind of a tricky season you've had fighting the wildfires, because I've been keeping an eye on it back home and wanted to touch base and hear from you guys on the ground just kind of what kind of a year you faced. Bear in mind, it looks like it's pretty unprecedented in the years of Canadian wildfires that all of you have witnessed.
We broke all records this year from coast to coast to coast in Canada. The hectares burned was over 18 million. We had to bring in international assistance from 12 countries and 6 continents, and it was just unprecedented in the length of it. And these people here today, represent the front line of these fires. Again, they're selected from coast to coast to coast, from huge and smaller provinces and territories in our Canadian park system. But they were in this all summer long.
I've been fighting fires for 35 years, and it's the first time I see a season that's dry. We see the temperature changing a lot. Like the north of Quebec, where most fuel is, I've seen a big difference in the temperature. And like this summer, we've seen records like 40 degrees. I've never seen that before. With a lot of wind, dry, and no rain. 3 weeks, no rain at all.
It was nothing that I've seen in my entire career. I've been in fire for 7 years now, and it was a lot. It was just really big fires, unmanageable fires. It was hard this year because it hit so close to home. My town that I live in, Fort Smith, was evacuated. So having the whole town leave and having that duty to serve and staying in the town, it was hard. Listening to everyone's frantically pulling together to kind of button down the hatches there, and just not being able to come back was really tough. Received a lot of thanks from everyone when they returned to town.
I bet they're thankful to all of you protecting their communities and their livelihoods. I mean, it's crucial what you guys have done.
It was crazy for us here. We had over 11 communities evacuated throughout the summer, and we had one community that was almost nearly wiped out, the town of Enterprise. We also had our first building, a first house in a community burnt in the history of our fire season.
This year we had an extremely dry April and May that led to extreme conditions here, and actually our largest wildfire to date.
Everyone knows if it doesn't start to rain soon and it just starts to snow, then our fuel indices aren't going to rebound how we need them to. And we could be in a similar drought type situation come next spring. So I think that's where I'm sure for everybody, a lot of those anxieties are lying right now. We had 6 fatalities in BC this year, which is also like that doesn't happen. The first one that happened was a girl named Devin, and she passed away in my fire center. And that was on July 13th. And that definitely took like a big hit to everybody across the province. So yeah, it's been a rough year, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm really sorry, Kay, to hear that.
Thanks.
And has the community and all the firefighters, have you rallied around each other to keep yourself going? Because obviously when this happens during the sharp end of all the stuff you're doing and the fires you're fighting, it's very, very difficult to keep going and keep your mind focused on on what you're trying to do.
Totally. Yeah, I would say it's definitely brought people together. I think it's definitely been a bit of a wake-up call for people as well, that even if no one was verbalizing it, there was, I'm sure it's across Canada, but definitely in BC, there's that thought in your brain of like, this doesn't happen here. Like this happens elsewhere, but it doesn't happen to us. And so when it specifically happens right in your backyard, it definitely rattles people, but has brought people together for sure.
I'm gonna cross my fingers. Work there, everything's all right. We had some near miss, yes, I can tell you. but no death on fire. My priority is when I got all my crew on the ground is I want to see everybody back.
Thank you so much for all of you and all your teams doing a tremendous job this season, because frankly, it must have been terrifying at times. You must have felt completely out of control, completely swamped. But relying on each other, relying on the kit, the training you've done, you've clearly all pulled through and done a brilliant job. And I only hope this is a one-off, and you don't have any more seasons like this for quite some time. Please stay safe, look after each other, but ultimately, thank you so much for the courage and the determination you've all shown to get yourselves through the season. Loving to chat to you all. Thank you so much, and look after yourselves, please.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.